Hello, how are you doing? Well, today we would be learning about Melanesia, the great arc of islands located north and east of Australia and south of the equator, the home to the blond Africans. The geographic group of the Pacific Islands, known as Melanesia, was derived from the Greek words melas, which means black, and nesoi, which means islands, because of the dark skin of its inhabitants. In the early 21st century, the population of Melanesia was approximately 10 million. The people of Melanesia have a distinctive ancestry. According to the Southern Dispersal Theory, hominid populations from Africa dispersed along the southern edge of Asia some 50,000 to 100,000 years ago. For some, the end point of this ancient migration was the ancient continent of Sahul, which was a single landmass comprising both the areas that are now Australia and New Guinea. At that time, they were united by a land bridge because sea levels were lower than in the present day. The first migration in Sahul was over 40,000 years ago. Some migrants settled in the part that is now New Guinea, while others continued south and became the original inhabitants of Austronesian migrants, originating ultimately from Taiwan, arrived in Melanesia, much Australia. Later, probably between 4000 to 3000 BC, they settled mostly along the north coast of New Guinea and on the islands of its north and east. When they arrived, they came in contact with the much more ancient indigenous Papuan-speaking people. Some late 20th century scholars developed a theory known as the Polynesian theory that then followed a long period of interaction between these newcomers and the pre-existing inhabitants that led to many complex genetic, linguistic, and cultural mixing and other changes among the descendants of all the groups. This theory was later called into question, however, by the findings of a genetic study published by Temple University in 2008. That study found that neither Polynesians nor Micronesians have much genetic relation to Melanesians. The study's results suggest that after ancestors of the Polynesians, having developed sailing outrigger canoes, migrated out of East Asia, they moved quickly through the Melanesian area, mostly without settling there, and instead continued on to areas east of Melanesia, finally settling in those areas. The genetic evidence suggests that they left few descendants in Melanesia, and therefore probably only intermixed to a very modest degree with the indigenous populations there. The study did find a small Austronesian genetic signature below 20% in some of the Melanesian groups who speak Austronesian languages, but found no such signature at all in the Papuan-speaking groups. There are 1,319 languages in Melanesia, scattered across a small amount of land. On average, there is one language for every 716 square kilometers on the islands. This is by far the densest collection of distinct languages on Earth, almost 3 times as dense as in Nigeria, a country famous for having a very large number of languages in a very compact area. Scientific explanations to the blonde hair of these African people. The Melanesians were found to have a mysterious third archaic Homo species along with their Denisovan and Neanderthal ancestors in a genetic admixture with their otherwise modern Homo sapiens genomes. Their most common Y chromosomes haplogroup is MP256. The frequent occurrence of blonde hair among these peoples is due to a specific random mutation, different from the mutation that led to blonde hair in the peoples indigenous to northern regions of the globe. This is evidence that the genotype and phenotype for blonde hair arose at least twice in the human history. Well, these are some facts about the history of the Melanesians, the Africans who have blonde hair. My name is Adonai Kejenet from OPC TV, powered by Sundos Communication. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up if you liked all of this. And if you don't, of course, you can always share your opinion through the comment section. We'll always love to hear from you. Stay safe, stay tuned. Follow all our platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you.